Now the last international break of the year is over and English Premier League is back. Manchester United is going up against Everton in our 12th game of the season. Who are we? Manchester United. Now, of course, before the international break, our 11th game was against Tottenham in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and that game ended 2-2. Now, this was the lineup that played that game. I think the game before that game, no, it was this game. Sesko got injured in this game, so Sesko is not going to be playing this game against Everton, and according to reports, Sesko is going to be out for 1 month. Another of our player Wade injured. Also, Maguire will not be available for the game as reported by the manager. And another thing to mention, the lead get called up to Netherlands for the internationals, which was amazing. We don't see performances this season, and he has been one of our best players so far. So that international call up for him, he could probably go down add to his morale, and he could give him more confidence, which is amazing. Now, in this video, I'm going to be giving you my predicted 11 as well as my predicted scoreline for the game. Now, before the match, in the pre-match press conference, the manager was asked about the players that were injured. Like I said, Sesko will not be available, Maguire will not be available, and Martinez, he was also asked about Martinez. Of course, Martinez, after his injury, that is lengthy injury, he does the train with the squad, but he's not quite ready to start the game or probably coming yet. So I know who they should say go travel with the squad, but he's nearing coming back to the team, and that's another outstanding player who will get. It will be amazing to see what will happen when Martinez come back into the squad, because Luke Shaw so far for me has not performed badly playing that role. But of course, Martinez is a player to miss because of his passing ability. So it is really going to be good to see him come back into the squad and start playing matches. Going into this game, the fact that we do not have Sesko, I think we are going to have a similar team to the one we saw in the last game. That brings us to my predicted 11 going into the game. I'm going with, since Maguire is injured, I'm going with a delete Lenny Euro and Luke Shaw. For me, Luke Shaw has been a good player this season. He has come under criticism from a lot of people that do not understand where the guy is coming from. This guy has been injury prone for years. It has been hard coming back from injury and going back, and for the first time in a long time, he has been able to play 4-5 games. I think he started some of those games and even ended it. So you go see say he still dey build the fitness level, and he still dey understand, you dey get. So for me, give Luke Shaw patience. Luke Shaw is going to do a lot better for Manchester United. It might not be what we need long term, but right now I think Luke Shaw can give us something, and he has been giving it to us. For me, the midfield stays the same: Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes. Of course, Casemiro over the past few weeks, we don't see the player he is. I have criticized this guy a lot too, because I know say yes, he legs does slow, but this season, the fact that we're playing one game a week, we have been able to see a much better Casemiro, and I am happy for Casemiro. So Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes stays there. According to the manager during the press conference, he said Kobe Mino did not train the day before, so he probably trained tomorrow. They will know whether he will be available for the game. So Kobe Mino and Ugarte are going to be our subs. And Ugarte has been the one that has least performed for us. But when the manager brings Ugarte in, it's not because he can give us options on the ball. It's mostly when we need to defend. And even that one, Ugarte never really do well this season. Of course, that Tottenham game, I have a few things to say about Ugarte, but we don't pass that match. Let's look forward. My wing backs, my right wing back, I'm going with Amad Diallo, and my left wing back, I'm going with Dogu. Now, for the last match, Amad Diallo started high up the pitch. He started in the right 10 position, and he did well. But for me, I've always thought that his best position for this team is the right wing back position. Of course, he shined better last season playing in that position. I want to put Mount in this team. That's why I'm sticking him in that right wing back. I'm just trying to make you guys understand. For me, I do feel his best position is the right wing back position. And of course, we have seen Mbeumo play a lot of that right 10 position this season, and Amad Diallo playing that right wing back. I need that place to remain like that, if you know what I mean. Now, for the left wing back, I am going with Patrick Dogu. I think he's a lot better than Dalot. We know that. But The thing with Dogu right now, he never reached that place. He's still trying to find his confidence. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they not they get it right. But the thing whenever they get right at this point now, especially the crossing, I think he needs to work a lot more on the crossing. But when you see him on the field, the tenacity to want to get on the ball and to run when probably ball over there with him or well ball there with him. We have seen that happen with Dogu, and even with the defending, Dogu is a lot better than Diego Dalot. So Dogu for me, left wing back position. Now for the left hand, I'm going with Mason Mount, and the right hand, I'm going with Mbeumo. Now Mason Mount, for the starting of the season, we saw he gave us a lot, and for the past few games now, we don't see mostly Mbeumo and Cunha plays those positions. With the fact that Sesko is injured, I think we should go for a Mason Mount and Mbeumo in those positions, because I need that Mbeumo and Ahmad position to function better. If we're going to win this game, we're going to need our best players to play their best position. And I think Amad Diallo and Mbeumo playing that position is going to offer us a lot of threat, and we don't need that threat for us to win this sort of game against Everton. For the strike position, I'm going with Cunha. Obviously, he's not an out-and-out striker, but he can put a shift in for that position. The last match was not his best playing in that position, but I think in a game like this against Everton, we are going to have to make something happen. And I feel having Matheus Cunha, Mbeumo and Mason Mount in those three front positions is going to offer us some level of fluidity and some level of threat. You know, we will not have that out-and-out striker in Sesko for the out ball, but we'll have experienced player up there that can hold possession and bring other teammates into the play. Now, for my predicted scoreline going into this game, Everton are not an easy opponent. Everton are no pushover. They are a good side. So I know it's going to be a tough game. And it's a Monday night game. You get the way of those games where they seclude the B. Everybody is going to be watching that game, and it's going to be a lot of pressure on Manchester United. What do I think the scoreline is going to be? I think the game is going to end Manchester United 2, Everton 1. Like I said, they are not going to be pushovers. But I think the fact that we drew that match against Tottenham will give us some level of, we can come into this game and win the game. And I think if our players can be able to go into this game refreshed, coming from the internationals, they go into this game level-headed, I think we can get the win against Everton. Of course, indeed, for Everton, it's not going to be easy to silence that guy, because we don't see the form of the player. And even the manager, Rúben Amorim, mentioned about the player in the press conference. That guy is absolutely one of the best players in English Premier League right now. The same way we see the Sameyos and the Mbeumo rise. Indeed, I thought the rise for Everton, and he's one of those players that one of the big teams are going to buy really soon. I know say it go disturb. It's going to be up to our players to be able to hold him out. Now, this is not David Moyes' side, so they go stubborn. I'm really hoping that our players will take their opportunity. I believe if we come into the game that we have done in other games in the first 10-15 minutes, we really go out them, I think we go do well. And also the second balls, we need to win second balls. You get the way that into the improve confidence of the team within matches. Of course, the most important thing is maintaining focus and concentration for the full 90 minutes. Now, I'm trusting the guys to go into this match and deliver, but like I said, it's not going to be easy match. Now, you let me know in the comment section, what is your predicted scoreline for the match? Please do not forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the next video as always. Bye bye.